Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to all of you. It's been a dull week so far. We are seeing a weekly candle which is showing some kind of a bearish action. Nifty looks like a bearish candle altogether, about 1.2%, but Bank Nifty is only 0.5%. So there is no momentum in Bank Nifty so far. It is not at all falling down. So in a way, it's a good sign, but we also do not want Nifty to fall, right? So not so pleasant week, but then it is what it is. When we take a look at the 15-minute chart here, on a 15-minute chart, the 11 a.m. candle is kind of marking the high and the low for this particular trend. Currently, Nifty is consolidating between this particular range. On the other hand, Bank Nifty, as we can see, can be said that currently it is between 9 EMA and a 50 EMA. So in a way, it is going to be a phase where it will keep on consolidating. Initially, my thought process or my expectation from today's day was something like during the day, by the end of the day today, Bank Nifty should reach to 57,100 was my expectation. At least if Bank Nifty reaches to this 50 EMA on a 15-minute time frame, that can give us some kind of a relief, I would say, or in a way it can confirm that the correction is not going to stay here for a longer duration of the time. Inherently, we have a bullish bias, and that bullish bias does not let us think about the bearish possibilities or the bearish setup. And also taking into account the kind of bearish moves that has taken place in last 3 to 4 months, then you will realize all these shallow retracements are not worth trading positionally, right? So I had mentioned it categorically that if you get a setup to trade the short trade, make sure that you trade intraday only, and I'm still going to maintain that, that ensure that whenever you want to trade a short trade based on this setup, you can trade it for intraday, and let's not carry those positions, because the reversal can be brutal, reversal can be fearful, and then in that case the short positions can bleed you like anything. So it is better, advisable that you carry your long positions as per this setup and avoid shorting the market for a positional short view, right? Unless and until the daily Dow theory changes. Once the daily Dow theory changes, you can definitely carry some of the positions. But as of now, the market is very much bullish. It is the Dow theory is intact and daily trend is strong uptrend. So focus on the good things here, focus on the Dow theory, and all is good. Taking a look at the Nifty 500 I have here. So when we are talking about a particular trend, we are expecting Nifty to reach to all-time high in this particular month is what the expectation is. And typically we will get our SAP around 14th of July. Typically every year we get a SAP around 14th of July, every 6-month phenomenon it is. So around that period, once the SAP level is established, we tend to get a trending move up till 20th or 21st of July, right? So that is what is expected. Let's say today is 11th, so 12th, 13th, Monday is going to be our SAP day. So next week we should get to see the momentum. All this week, entire week, we have seen Nifty as well as Bank Nifty has not shown any kind of momentum. In fact, last week we had calculated that the low formed on Friday should not be taken out, and ideally market should sustain in a bullish state only. But that has not been right so far for Nifty. Whereas Bank Nifty is showing a very good resilience, not willing to fall. Something is cooking in banking sector as well as the NBFC sector is what my preliminary understanding is. We don't know, I do not follow any news, but then I feel banking sector is taking a lot to break out. Banks which are performing better, like sectorial best banks, something like ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank, or in the PSU banking sector there is an Indian Bank. These are the banks which are showing excellent price action. The charts are robust, charts are superb, and something is cooking in this space, right? So this is how I am looking at the scenario. So whenever now here on the weekly chart it is showing as if this is kind of a beginning of some kind of a correction. We really don't know if that that is going to be a valid correction. It is going to be a correction for some weeks or a good long period. I don't know that. But let the daily Dow theory change. First, our focus should be if the daily Dow theory changes, then accordingly we can think about it. And what has to happen for a daily Dow theory to change? Let's say this is a high, then this is a low, and there is a lower high that has been printed. So I'll consider this as the one leg of the fall. If we get a bounce, form another lower high, and if that low is now taken out, then I would say that the Dow theory is changing over there. Right now I will consider this change as an hourly Dow theory change, this change as an hourly Dow theory change. It is not changed in case of Bank Nifty so far. So let the trend pan out in next couple of days. By 14th, 15th, we will get some clarity. Also, most important thing, what I have observed for many years now is that around the period when SAP comes out, that is 14th of July, onwards, let's say next 2 to 3 days, it creates a lot of whipsaws. And that is the period when most of the people, they lose out even on a winning trade. So you have everything in your favor, you have a trade in your favor, but just because of the volatility that is taking place during the period of 3 to 4 days before the trend finally settles, it tries to shake you out from your positions. So keep your positions limited to what you can manage with your money management and risk management, and do not take excessive risk, right? Now here, shorting the market is out of question. I'm not going to short the market. If at all anything is there, we'll try and short it for the intraday purpose and will not carry the overnight kind of a trades. So Bank Nifty looks good to me right now. And on the other hand, if we talk about Nifty, then that's not that great, but still it is trying to recover. So let us go to Nifty individual chart. So this is an hourly chart of Nifty, and this is something like a base formation. Now, whenever we talk about a particular low or a high being important, so here also what has happened, it's like a ABC kind of a, or 1, 2, 3 kind of a correction that has taken place. Initially, this entire fall or this entire corrective rally was so shallow. This is so shallow kind of a correction that we tend to disbelieve that this is kind of a correction, and only when we see this kind of action, this action tells us that yeah, this was a 1, 2, 3 kind of a correction. Just like this was a 1, 2, 3 on the upside, this was a 1, 2, 3 on the downside. Okay, but right now it is something like a base formation that is taking place. So if this low holds, the current low, if this low holds, then in that case we can expect some kind of a bounce in this Nifty. Now for the bounce to be a valid bounce and this particular trend setup to work in a bullish expected manner, so the low is important, this low is important. Right, so this low is important, and we need price to cross above this 50 EMA, which is 25,382. This is a dynamic level, so I will not point it to, let's say, 25,382. If it takes another couple of days, it might come down to let's say 25,350 or 23,325. So that is immaterial, but the price should sustain above this level for the next bullish action to actually pan out, right? I'll remove this because this has not worked in last week as we had expected. This correction has dragged down up till here. So this correction has dragged down up till here, and from here we may expect market to move above these levels. This is what the possible path can be, right? We need price to sustain, and first it need to reach here and sustain above this 15 hourly 50 EMA. Okay, I'll just drag these levels here. Okay, so what to expect here? What should be the range? The range here is, let's say, 25,000 to 25,400. This is how the range is for me. Okay, and all we were expecting Bank Nifty to show some kind of a good bullish trending move, right? A trending move which might take Bank Nifty to 57,100, and that was expected in today's day. By the end of the day today, I was expecting it to reach, it's almost quarter to 3, so I don't expect it to show some kind of a miracle in last 15-20 minutes, but this is what the expectation was. So again, target we are expecting, first target to reach to 50 EMA. It should sustain above 50 EMA. If it breaks out above the range, then we will look for the target of 25,600, which is our logical next target. These are the targets which are completed now, so we don't need them. And then the next leg of up move can be seen, right? So this is about Nifty. When we are talking about Bank Nifty here, the Bank Nifty is a betterly poised index, as in it has not given that 1 2 3 kind of a move. It is still in a consolidation. So this is, if this is the one move, this is the second move, the third move has restricted around the previous low. It is like a double bottom. It's a favorite pattern of Bank Nifty. In a way, whenever double bottom takes place, it shows that the market is, or that index is not following the trend to the downtrend. Rather, it is in a way showing some kind of a resilience, some kind of a strength, and then the bullish move is actually taking place. So here we can see that the market or Bank Nifty index is showing better signs with respect to Nifty. So what should be our target? We haven't calculated any new target, but the target that we have, first target of 57,920 and second target of 58,678. These are the two targets that we are looking at, and both these targets should get completed ideally after 13th or 14th, after 14th preferably. 14th is Monday. So as I said, as I mentioned about the semi-annual pivot, that after 14th of July, we'll see the market little unstable, little volatile for next couple of days. Once it sustains above the semi-annual pivot, then you can expect the market to zoom up like anything. It is testing patience for last entire week, but that is how it is. And we have to accept this sideways action as well, open-heartedly and willingly, because when market delivers, when market blesses us, it just blesses us abundantly. So we have to wait in this scenario as well. Also, most importantly, as I had mentioned to you, on a 15-minute chart, if you take a look on daily chart, you can see that both these prices are between 9 EMA and 50 EMA. So this is a phase of consolidation. Once the price moves above 9 EMA, then the momentum will again resume. On a 15-minute chart, same thing is happening between 9 EMA and 50 EMA. So price may spend some time here. Quickly, if it can sustain above this 50 EMA, the next trend will emerge. So this is a phase when the price is between 9 EMA and 50 EMA. That's the phase for ambiguity. Once it crosses above this 50 EMA, then we'll get to see a trending move. Bus. Now last but not the least, take a look at the Bank Nifty ratio chart, and this ratio chart right now is suggesting that the Bank Nifty is back in flavor. Bank Nifty is again trending, so the focus should be on banking stocks or Bank Nifty as an index. Focus on the NBFC part as well, and this is how the week is going to go ahead. That's it from me for this particular week. Thank you for watching, guys. I'm signing off.